Well, this is the reality of trying to scale to a 10k SMMA agency. So welcome back to day number 4 of Project 7 Figures, where Andreas and I are starting an agency from zero and scaling it to 10k per month in the next 30 days and 7 figures beyond that. And today sucked. But every time I catch myself saying that, I ask myself, hold up, wait a minute. Why did today suck? Why are we saying today sucked? Were we expecting it to be easy? Were we expecting this to be just a cruise? Like, were we expecting just to get to 10k by snapping our fingers? No. We expected this to be hard. And that's why we did this, to prove to ourselves that we could do it. And that's why we're doing this entrepreneurial, this business thing in the first place. Me and you watching, and that's the reason you started this, is because it was difficult. And we wanted to challenge ourselves because we don't want to be mediocre. We don't want to be average. We want to be better. We want to be greater. And you only become great by doing hard shit. And so this is expected. But you still have bad days. You're like, fuck man, today sucked. And today was one of those days. But it's those days where you grow. It's these days where you learn so much. It's where you grow so much. If you think back to any hard day in your life, ask yourself in the moment, how hard was that? How much did it suck? But then afterwards, how much did you grow? How much did you learn? How much did you really improve and become a better person as a result of going through that thing? And I'd argue you got a lot better from going through these hard times. And so I got to sit here and remind myself that yes, today was bad. Yesterday we didn't hit the metrics or the data or the things we wanted to do. We didn't do what we wanted to do. Today wasn't an ideal day. Today isn't the day I dreamed of. But these are the days that build the things we want. These are the days that actually are the foundations and the building blocks of scaling to a 10k agency, to scaling to a 7-figure agency, of scaling a business that's actually going to sustain and be here for the long run. You've got to go through these hardships. And I sit here and today I had some shit go down in the morning. I was like, fuck man, today sucks. Right? I was like, man, this is no fun. But then I took a second. I was like, wait a minute. It's all just a game. This is all part of the game. It's got to be hard. If it isn't hard, is it worth doing? And the answer is no. If something isn't difficult, is it really worth doing? The answer is always no. If it was easy, everybody would do it. And then it wouldn't have value. There's a reason why water is free. Everybody can get their hands on it. There's an abundance of water. Same with air. Hence why they don't charge you for it. Okay, because everybody can get their hands on it. So it's not scarce. It's not something that we, is finite. It's very, maybe it might be, but like for the most part, there's a lot of it out there, right? And so the things that have value require suffering. And so just know, if you're going through something, if you're suffering, if you're going through a hard time, those are the moments that are so worth it, because that's what makes getting the end goal worth it. A 10k agency wouldn't be desirable if you could just get there by snapping your fingers. It's the fact that you have to go through shit. It's the fact that not everybody can do it. It's the fact that it takes a specific type of person and a different type of work ethic to get there and beyond. Not everybody, not your average Joe is doing it. Hence why all your friends and all your roommates and all your classmates and all your teachers don't have a 10k or agency. Think about that, because it's difficult. And so I sit here, man, I was like, fuck man, today sucks. I was sitting here and I was like, man, I don't know what to do. I started listing out all my problems. I started listing all the problems we have in the agency, all the problems we're going to fix. And then I sat here and I was like, man, I can guarantee you in a week from now, I'll be so thankful for this day because of how much we would have grown from this day, from the lessons that I learned from today. The lessons that I learned today will allow me to make way more money than I would have if I didn't go through this day today. And so, man, if you're going through something tough, just remind yourself it's all going to be worth it at the end. At the end of every tunnel is light. You just have to keep driving long enough to see it. And if you stop halfway through, you might never see the light. But for all you know, the next turn could have been the one where you could have seen the light. But you stopped because it got hard. But we have to expect that it's going to be hard, because if it's not hard, would this be worth doing? And I would argue no. And so that's why I'm thankful today sucked. I'm thankful today was hard. I'm thankful that shit didn't go well. And listen, I'm sharing this with you because I told you I would document every single thing that happens. The good, the bad, the ugly, and the great. Today was, well, bad. So I hope that if you're going through something, do not do what I did earlier today and make emotional, irrational decisions. My emotions got the best of me for a minute. For a minute, not for the whole time, for a minute. And I was like, oh my God, I panicked, I freaked out, I was like, what the fuck, right? But after I sat back, I looked at the data, I made a logical decision on what we should do moving forward. And I can guarantee you that will pay off. So if you're going through some hardship, whether this is in life or in your agency, I urge you to, one, keep going, okay? Because everything that has value, pain and suffering and sacrifice is associated with it. For example, if you wanted to grow your bicep, if you did bicep curls and the next day your bicep didn't hurt, you know what you would say? You would say, man, I didn't work out hard enough. My bicep isn't gonna grow. You would be mad that you wouldn't be in pain. So to flip the script, if you do bicep curls and you wake up the next morning and you're sore and your biceps hurt, you would be happy because you would go, yes, that workout was good. My biceps are hurting, they're sore, therefore they're gonna grow. So why don't we take that same thought process in business where, oh my goodness, something hurts, something is tough. Why do we associate toughness with bad? Why do we associate hard times with shitty things? Why don't we associate hard times and tough times with growing? Which is ultimately what we want in life. We all want to grow, right? We want to grow from 0 to 10K. That's growing. So wouldn't going through these hard times be necessary? Shouldn't that be the exact things that we dream of, we long for? Like, shouldn't those be the things that we want to achieve? Because if we go through the bad times, it means we must be growing. And if we're growing, it means we must become better and we must be different than who we were yesterday. If you weren't at 10K yesterday, having the same feelings as yesterday won't get you to 10K, right? Like if you aren't at 10K today and you feel the exact same way tomorrow, you're still not going to be at 10K. But if you aren't at 10K today and you go through some shit, you might not be at 10K tomorrow, but you now will have learned the lessons required in order to get to 10K. You see, these tough days, these bad times are actually what you need in order to get to where you want to go, and this goes for everything in life. These are the exact moments where you grow the most, and that's what's required to get to your goal. So I hope that me having a bad day, it's not even a bad day, it's a great day, because it's a learning day, it's a growing day. And man, those are the days that are going to get me to where I want to go. So I'm thankful for today, and I'm happy it happened. Despite that, by all metrics, by all data, by all judgments, today was deemed bad, I deem today as good. And I urge you all to do the same. Catch y'all tomorrow for day number 5 of the agency to give you guys an update on what numbers are looking like. See you then.